Now, if you have a few crores and electoral bonds don't excite you, may I tempt you with this? This is a Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 SUV, and you're probably wondering, how is it new?
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
Well, it is based on the current generation GLS. It first came to India in 2021 and last retailed for around 3 crores. Mercedes-Benz is now launching the car in India with a series of upgrades that will enhance its exclusivity, not to mention the price, which in the whole scheme of things may not be an area of concern. While we dwell into that, let me plug our channel. Welcome to Carandbike. My name is Girish, and if you've not subscribed to our channel, do so. We are also available in Hindi. The Maybach GLS 600 takes a standard GLS, rips off its third row of seats, and promises to offer a more surreal experience to those seated on the rest. Design updates and an extended list of feature and equipment additions are what is changing with the new car. On the outside, you can immediately notice the all-familiar Maybach grille, but it has now more enlarged outlines. Both bumpers are altered partly for visual reasons and partly to accommodate the new park mode features, which is now in its 5th generation. At the front, the most obvious change are the large air inlets sprinkled with M logos. Even the puddle lights get the same treatment, plus they glimmer, which might seem a bit over the top, but nothing about Maybach needs to be subtle. Further, the tail lamps get a new layout. The tailpipes on this GLS are different from the standard one. Silhouette remains the same. It has that tall, intimidating, bulbous SUV stance. The standard multi-spoke 22-inch wheels you see here are a carryover. However, customers can also choose two new 23-inch designs. One is again a multi-spoke ceramic finish, and the other is a 5-hole forged wheel. While I didn't see it in person, I would tick that option. The footboard emerging from underneath the car every time one opens the door is a nice gimmick. So remember not to stand too close to the car while opening the door to get in. But this is handy as you do sit high, and the step helps especially while exiting the car. The footboard is also wider at the rear for more ease. The Maybach GLS here is in emerald green metallic shade, which is one of the 7 options to choose from. Dual tone shades, which are associated with most Maybach cars, are chargeable, and all 7 on offer on the GLS 600 are from its customization program. So step inside and you can't miss the fact that of course you're in a Mercedes, but also the fact that you're in a Maybach. The number of logos and mentions of the brand that they have done around the car, including the pedals. It's a vastly updated interior, right from the leather package, the kind of trims used, to an updated steering wheel. Not a big fan of the capacitive buttons, but it's what it is on all the Mercs. But a lot of changes, and we'll go through it one by one. There are new wood finish trim options for the dashboard, center console, and doors. New chrome slat air vents as well. The SUV now gets 2 100-watt USB charging ports. Now there are many customization options available, of course. The seats, for example, come with a rich brown Napa leather finish as standard. This is from its customization program. Now, if you want a more sporty look, one can switch this to Napa black. There is also a richer white grey finish, but this customization is not standard. Between the 3, my pick is the one you see here. The whole point of Mercedes-Maybach is to be able to enjoy the car seated where I am right now, which is at the rear. The major difference from the GLS is that they've ripped out the third row of seats and pass it on all to the second row. So you lose out a little bit on luggage space for sure, but all of that means more room for passengers in the rear seats. And they've gone all out to ensure that features that are available to the front passengers, usually not there for the rear passengers, but they've managed to give it, including massage functions and all the other fancy stuff that you can think of. The Maybach GLS600 can be bought in both 4 and 5-seater options. In the 5-seater, you get a foldable armrest. The 4-seater you see here has an extended center console, which also includes a MBUX touchscreen tablet for controlling various functions. There is a wireless phone charger as well. The individual seats here are all first class with leg rests. The seats can now extend up to 43.5 degrees. For an additional cost, Mercedes will also place a small 9.6-liter refrigerator between the two seats. However, this eats into your boot space, which is already reduced. So not ideal for airport runs unless your spare GLS with luggage is following you. A Maybach GLS600 continues to be powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. Peak power can go up to 550 bhp with another 22 bhp coming from its integrated starter generator unit. But the bigger benefit of the ISG is to the torque, which adds a whopping 250 Newton meters to the otherwise peak torque of 770 Newton meters, with the engine revving as low as 2500 RPM. Made it to a 9-speed gearbox and power going to all wheels, this allows the Maybach GLS to sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 4.9 seconds. Top speed will be limited to 250 km per hour. More details on the actual drive experience in one of our future videos. Point to note is that Mercedes recommends high-octane fuel for the car for better performance, although it isn't mandatory for regular use. The Maybach GLS600 boasts of, not surprisingly, one of the most expensive standard features list. This includes the important massage functions for all the seats as well as seat ventilation. Rear passengers get twin 11.6 inches touch displays as standard. These continue to come with 2 new wireless headphones. Mercedes also claims the cabin is quieter now. While we can check that when we drive, the massive V8 was a distant rumble when we switched on the car briefly during our first look. The 590-watt Burmeister sound system will also be included in the base price. A higher wattage system will be chargeable. The air conditioning can also improve air quality inside the vehicle. Mercedes has also made it difficult to tamper with the Maybach 600 by offering Guard 360 vehicle protection as standard. So is the Airmatic suspension that offers adaptive damping both on the move to offer supple ride as well as raise and lower the suspension to make it more comfortable getting in and out or loading luggage. The more capable e-active body control suspension, however, is a chargeable option. This has the Maybach Ride Mode 2, which we think should have been a standard offer considering this is a Maybach. The vehicle will come with Level 2 ADAS. The new Maybach 600 GLS is the most opulent version of this full-sized SUV. Now, opulence has its own definition for different people. It could be exclusivity or just standing out from the rest. Pretty much like wearing a gold-plated watch. It's meant for an occasion, a special occasion. And driving the new GLS Maybach is just about that. It means that every time you're stepping out, it feels like a special occasion. The 2024 version will be launched in India on May 22nd. Follow us for more updates.